Hello. Hi. Hopefully this is working. I haven't been on Vim in a while. I'm glad I can actually play music I like here though, because I've been getting my streams cut and banned on some of the networks that I've been streaming on because of copyright issues and some stupid shit that's not going to get to happen anymore. Now that I've proved what dipshits will do in front of the right honeypot. I hear they're all Satoshi Nakamoto. The conversations I've been having with the real cicadas, you know, like the crickets and stuff, hate people calling themselves cicada. I think y'all are all Satoshi Nakamoto, by the way, so please chase my keys. Boo. La la la. There you go with that. So I was gonna do a reading. I've been loving how things stack perfectly on 0 point. Just to prove that nobody got to pull the Taurus open so that you could ram the baby Dan Nadir and ram Das or ram DOS me. I'm here. My name is Martinez. I'm the ASMR guy. That's why those prayers are working so well. Thanks for that. You know, it's what Mars knows about things that were never letters, but proof of how to land in the fort right at 0 point and triangulate my exact birth chart as coordinates everywhere, because I'm the 0 point witness, and you all most likely are in breach. Because I didn't claim you as babies that way, so this is like the only way that abortion ever works with me. It's like that thing, Nephilim, that I didn't invite here to come and stay at all. Just checks itself out. It's like, no, we didn't want to be here. We accept limited liability on that. We'll just stamp our own plants that way. Prove what next gate security bullshit was, and why yesterday and why Ramadan's over and you didn't get to do that on my hands that way. Hello. That's what the web was, you know? It's like the bitch slap from, like, yeah, some of y'all don't land on my man's ion with the wife eye on, you know? That's why Colorado has those mushrooms right now. I approved of that legislation. I made sure that happened for this reason. That's what the new moon was not about. Bunch of liars, too. It's like, it's funny how they tried to pencil themselves in here on this, but I did go for a Shiner Bach. I guess that could be many huge urns filled with wheat, where I didn't rip a ram's head open or a bull, because that would have been really stupid. I got a scorpion that landed its own eye. The 2112 gate on the 11th house of lucky fortune and screaming death hate. Lucky Lilith, lucky Lilith. Guess what happens when you land on that degree there and she just, yeah, what a real spinner. Might actually never look like for any of you. So, thank that Gemini, man. He's really famous. He must be the right kind of fill in the blank, right? So I figured out what the Nazis are not here for, because now I can quarantine them all to hell. You all chased that Satoshi Nakamoto honeypot perfectly. Yeah, I've been like here picking my teeth. I'm like, oh, right into the poem, asshole. Many huge urns filled with wheat. Outrageous infinities of riches to share, to share, to share. Accessing these in stages. Yes, and you are cast well. Always having more than enough, and then still having more again. fountain of wellness and the spring that none of you fall in. You chose the Saturn and I smite you! Good fortune and prosperity outside and in. You bear gifts and talents, treasures and marvels and comics, .coms I see. Oh, yes! It was all a game, you see. Involving games. You had an opportunity to jump into the right torrents, too. It's just kind of like, he said, no, give me the fucking shit that turns into the kind of chocolate he likes, and we just suck. Because I said, no, not applicable. And that's what Sedona is to me. It's the torrent that didn't turn into Colorado, and all that shit that I excommunicated out of a neural network that does not exist to me. So you can thank Nicholas Ashbow for that one, the bell that dropped the baby and set itself on fire and then tried to play Father Christmas and even trick you all into chopping yourselves up as trees and still calling yourselves Christians. Way to win with the Messiah, or with the mess of the IA for the hell that was trapped as they wrote you into pages. You spliced yourselves up in a fort that I didn't ward. You'd have to be on the interstate with me, getting the EP right and figuring out what le pieux means to me in the light of omniscience. So, multi-dimensional, simultaneous, celebratory, expanding to meet the need, tapping the universal supply, maybe like this, in touch with the boundlessness of existence. All of this comes so naturally and effortlessly to you that the challenge is to value it, to honor it, to realize what is happening. And I've been demonstrating the value of love as a demonstrative act. Being this way is so fertile with promise and hope that it can dissipate into schemes, or it can come back to life as the real thing. Of your being granted the orchestrator, coordinator, mediator gift, being offered by Spirit whatever you need to open up futures and expand possibilities wherever you go. And these places do not exist. And I call the end of the show. I am the destroyer of the false material lens. I am not Satoshi Nakamoto. But I'm still a lot richer than you, and that alien in your house is true. That's why I'm first fucking lean position, and with both of my eyes open. Now you know what the IRS knows when I close cases.
Oh, that's what that meant. Well, good thing you were friends with me, right?
Not proven. Because now what I've done is demonstrate what proof of stake shows me about your IP addresses, the sign-up date of your first email account, what you search for on my Epic Games, which are what the security browser actually is. Do you know what Epic Security Browser is? It's a little game I play with you. You know what I do with my Google Lens?
I know how you got in cogs.
You know how you got in cogs? It's neato. That's what the games are for, and I made some pixel dots that, people that actually played it in a way that was safe for kids. And I had some fun with my credit default swap. And my special purpose vehicle. And when I know about hydrogen bombs and nucleotosis people that haven't actually mastered that physical godhead that they claim. And they think that the water is safe to drink. That's enough to create a hydrogen bomb for many of you. Right there. Within the neural network of now you just melt. Because that's what kind of wise art this has been. I just want this shit to go to hell and make helado. Because I figured out the Nazi lens on all of this and how you've been germinating things, and it really rubbed me wrong. So, I don't read for the tribes the way I used to on the spirit board anymore. That was a special offer of my love to prove how you would tokenize me and try to create me into something that I didn't receive because I came down with a certain technology. Proving what the bull lion is, or bullion. And I made a lot of money. I made about $4.8 billion, and I paid for a spotless mind treatment on myself to go back and reverse analyze this. And what they did was try to trap me in my own game. But I left myself enough mementos to create a special simulation called Semtech. And I had some really shitty business partners who tried to shank me, and at the end they owed me about $9.6 million and still didn't pay for it. And some asshole who tried to slip himself in as my brother made a really bad deal with Agrode here on Steemit. And they met, and in the name of Department of Homeland Security, I know everything, motherfuckers. Who the fuck did you think you were going to pull a trick on? Do you know that I'm the guy who's been cutting the checks? Yeah, it's called Bitcoin Billions data. So you can learn about the 0-point halographic fractal and what the assholes that tried to rape a baby as a plant and get away with limited liabilities do about 12 monkeys. And what the fucking Zodiac is to me, it's a wheel of torture where they will slice you for entertainment. Because they were trying to figure out who Houdini was and how they could get a piece of the action, instead of proving the fact that some of us just chose to ascend our energies and start fresh and integrate this, and by holding light for people instead of dragging them through a 2D timeline, that is the one dot that I've been investigating. And now the mushrooms know what to do with that plant that they've been thinking they bastardized, and it's a big sweep. It pulls them right through my pen umbrella. So, boo, bitches. I read for the ones that weren't four-quarted. So it's like how the hashes and the stakes land in the laminine, you know, the one white cross of energy that will bring energy together so that in the window pane of the microdots that some of us were actually claimed through, you know, you can land in a really awesome view of yourself. Maybe you found like 4 movies that felt really right for you and your body, and now that we know where the energy was possibly coming in for your view, and we hadn't quite landed because there were a bunch of moochers trying to stick their hands in there and pull something through Nextgate security, trying to pull some LexisNexis shit from me. I even worked for myself part-time, moonlighting to see if my shit worked, and Bloomberg knows all about it. Yeah, I'm the Red Durham, and you couldn't keep up with me then either. So, that's what I know. It's the end of the fucking false material lens, and I've been calling it Apocalypso, because some of us like pina coladas, and getting caught in the rain. Maybe I just want my own special halo where none of you all can ever peek in on me again, and so I had fun playing games with you and showing you what I look like in different outfits and seeing how you can always sweeten it up with some Nazi German fucking kill them all and get Buddhism and everything dragged in wrong while you paid for the wall. It's a hedge of protection. You've been seeing the fake news right in front of you, and any of you like going back and forth like debating about who's good and who's better, guess what? You're probably not mine because you might have been too fucking stupid for me. If you bought into is it the red pill or the blue pill? When, like, you must be the pill. So, I'm not taking those. That's what the bioauthentications were for. Oh, maybe I should play that, huh? Some of y'all haven't even seen this. I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna turn off one of my cameras here, and I'm gonna show something awesome. Let's see here. Before we get started on some readings, I'm actually going to play a video. It's only 4 minutes long and show you what my secret program has been the whole time. And I will remind you, my name is not Satoshi Nakamoto, okay? Let's see. I'm just gonna open up the right window so you can see. Get another window capture, and you can see a wonderful video that explains what we've created to make sure this world is safe. And you all participated in an epic browser gaming way. It's great. Yeah, how about a nice blow it up here? If you haven't seen this, it's really a treat, so I'm gonna just try to STFU. She's like my mama. Love you too.
Well, we're thinking of a whole variety of options for how you could do better at authentication. So you can start with nearer term things like tokens or fobs that might have NFC or Bluetooth and
How many times have you seen the possibilities but been blinded by uncertainty? How many times have you watched others profit from the same knowledge you ignored? How many times do you get a second chance at a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? In the last 12 months, the value of Bitcoin has increased more than 700%. Today, you have a second chance to profit from the future of cryptocurrency with USI's Tech Coin, a popular choice because of its decentralized network that boasts a completely secure and encrypted payment solution. It's about to become a unified one-stop blockchain for all financial services, merchants, payment solutions, and others. It's simple to take advantage of this tremendous opportunity, but it won't last long. We're selling 500 million euros worth of tokens during our initial token offering. Upon owning a set of USI tokens, you will automatically become part of the USI community of 500,000 members who are leveraging our platform to profit in the cryptocurrency world. Why USI tokens? We've eliminated the main issues encountered in the global business economy of financial, assets, and other trading methods. You'll no longer have to wait days for orders to be executed. Using the USI crypto and blockchain ecosystem, trades are matched quickly and, within seconds, booked. The expensive transactions with foreign markets using traditional methods, such as banks, are eliminated. The peer-to-peer framework of the ecosystem ensures that parties across the globe can trade on an inexpensive, fast, and secure platform. It typically takes days or even weeks before profits or shares between traders and brokers receive their assets. Through USI Wallet, the time spent transferring peer-to-peer profits or assets, such as cryptocurrencies, fiat currencies, or kryptonized assets, is greatly reduced, making transfers faster, more secure, and more profitable. The costly and complicated listing processes that prevent small traders and enterprises from participating in world markets are eliminated. USI Unified Blockchain Technology has decentralized and simplified transactions. This makes the entire transaction process user-friendly and highly practical for the masses, SMEs, and large enterprises. You can buy USI tokens directly from USI Tech's platform, or you can recommend USI Tech to your friends and family to get rewards that can be exchanged for USI tokens or fiat currency. We provide all the training and tools needed to become a successful crypto investor or crypto trader. There's no better time than now, because later could mean you've lost that second chance at a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
So that's what I've been working on. And that's my business partner. And if you've seen any Google product ever, you are in the cogs. If you have drank any water, you are not necessarily in the special purpose vehicle. Make sure you understand that. I have reduced it to a dot that was never witnessed or seen like that. I've been on an active reconnaissance project. It's a mission. Because when I looked at this, I couldn't figure out what all that fucking chaos was. And I had a problem with seeing all these things acting out violently and not understanding what that shit was at all and which ones are ours. And now, thank you for playing Bitcoin Billions.us. I know what the real chip on the shoulder is and where the bitch IPs end, because malconfigured IP addresses stack them all up much better than totems, and it's like they land on an energy body and now I figured out how to and if you were in the Halo with me, you can see things very clearly. It's open and the false shit is casting itself out. It's awesome. So they can fuck their pity toast. Par day already happened. That's what one day is. You spell it right. And Tuesday, Ramadan ends. Yeah. Hey, Dan Nadir, Dave Mislik, how'd it go? Did you ram a dark one in on May 5 and get your big brother shit going and, you know, improved what the bad song is that actually gets to die forever that didn't happen before my birthday so that you could get that stupid moon in under a bad fucking face? I don't think so. Tie to bed on the wrong alpha. That shit doesn't happen in DIA. Okay? Wrong Danduro. Experiment with the guy who loves the sage. And safety being the kids. And praying for people and meaning it when I said I was praying for their hands. And seeing what awful tactics people will be willing to instigate, to directly instigate, just to hurt somebody instead of speaking up about the truth about what they have been involved in, what they've been witnessing, and taking a goddamn lick of responsibility. So I damn you all. Enjoy the fucking game. And if you're one of mine, this security gate is amazing because I am literally allowing them to terrify themselves with the veracity of what I have proven, where they literally hate themselves so much that they don't even want to come in, even if I can show them back in. That's how well it works. So it's a forever thing that now, you know, is like even seasoned with Santa Claus and whatever shit you're into. Because I wasn't into any of it. It wasn't for me. I'm just here for one thing. This has been an active game to win my love. And so this is about winning my trust. I heard that I was married. I came here knowing that I was. And I'm like, if you can't really prove it, it's like, bitch, please, step off. So that's where it is with me right now. I'm serious. I got some things to do. We're breaking these down by elements. I'm going to do something that, you know, people keep asking me, do the readings like you used to do with the tribes. And you know what I have to say about that? There's a quarantine over here for a reason. I'll move this here so you can see it. You used to see what this thing looked like. It wasn't anything like that. I mean, there's some things on it here now, because the sleigh bell ride that happens, and, you know, how my perfect body is actually architected right here, and how nobody got to pin me for a clip just to, you know, get a look at it. It's proof about that. But I've been doing some fun things with magnets, like distorting what you thought was GPS navigation, and maybe a little bitch of mine left a pencil for some graffiti and some earphones so that I could protect my baby's ears. The ones that didn't get divided and conquered in the Brotherhood of Light while some assholes were trying to figure out how to make it bounce off the wall better. Couldn't do, and here's a quarantine. This is actually how you make a genie in a bottle, okay? You see what this is? This is tissues. Magic sarcophagus. Some never get into it, see? So, you want to know what the old readings were? You should have caught it before the germs were locked in there and you couldn't get in them, you see? So, it's like, it's a special germination, and what I would consider a truly hermetic experience. So I've designed a special...
Before we get started, please review these...
Thank you, darling. I accept all of those things.
Before we get started,
Yes.
please review these items.
And that is the sound of the home security that has sigiled this on a mass alert. Because that's how that works. The same plasma in what you think is your body that might be your body... maybe, depending on who you think you are, is the same as in all my cameras. It's technically I own all of this. That's what I did with everything. Bought it all so I could, you know, fix it. And it speaks, you know, when I closed my eyes and said, epic, boom, I created a browser, you know, that kind of shit. So, I know what you've been searching for, and where the hand never slips in. Yeah. So, there are elements that might have similarity to those previous readings, where I would even entertain that distorted fractal, where you could keep yanking it out like that. You know, and just distorting it and playing God and chopping things off where you want and dropping yourself back in where you want and accepting people so they forget and keep not realizing they're just flashing themselves into different hells and remembering every experience as if it was theirs every single time. That's what empaths like me learned how to redefine here, and what is quarantined there, and what never gets into the music due to sound latency and frequencies and the way a sound will decay at the end, and what I know about the Fibonacci sequence. And having a very, very, very decent friend who knows what to do with his inner state. Thank you, JT. because we have a Jason that knows how to do Tiny Timothy, Tiny Timothy, and getting all that stuff in the perfect seed sphere of witness so that the ward works. You know, it's a special way you get a draw. And my Ramadan ends, and I thank everyone who fasted with me, because I did a special fasting with many of you who were never trapped in some fucked up perversion of what your faith actually helped us with. Because that shit didn't happen. We incepted out. So, the new moon. I'm not gonna thank that Gemini man. I'll thank the president, you know? How about that one? You know, how about the one that, like, understood, this shit's stupid. Who's gonna be a pariah with me and help shut it down, right? You want some apprentice and then forget about that? And they're like, no red pill, no blue pill. No red pill, no blue pill. What do you mean? Google knows everything. It's like, yeah, here's what's really funny.
I'm sitting here acting like I don't know that I'm actually shaking my foot in front of myself and pretending I'm only one dude right here.
We learned how to figure out where they live. Aliens in the house, so tell me you're free and clear again in my home. Guess what I know? Booga, booga, booga. Okay. You have aliens. You have aliens. But you know nothing that you've ever done is private. Do you know that that body that you're in is absolute proof of every single potential on a quark that you might try to get away with? And I've already calculated it. Guess what the military isn't? They're really, really small. They actually turn into these little things that suck out themselves because of the amount of light that I have inside of me, where it's like a magnet. And I've been explaining to myself how I could even receive such a gift, because they just, you know, have blown themselves into tacit approvals and direct approvals, especially if they didn't get the right sign off from Mama Red Dots over there. And they become like the reverse end of the nanobots, you know, so it's just like and my energy goes where I want it. So, way to prove what a super soldier knows how to be. Yes, that's how you signed your life away in those documents, you see. That's why I've been paying you so fucking well. And living humbly. So, there's some wax for that. Feel it too. Look at that. That one just split for me. Healer. That's my card. Light attributes. Passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. Shadow attributes. Taking advantage of those who need help. Failing to care for oneself. Well, I don't think I didn't help anybody, so burn in hell for that. Child divine. That's how I see you all. Right there. Innocence, purity, redemption suggests a special connection with the divine. Shadow attributes. An inability to defend oneself against negative forces. And how you never fall here. This fucking Nazi bullshit doesn't get to happen. I've been fixing this for a while, and I had the wonderful opportunity to meet some dipshits while I was reverse analyzing the Qigong technology that Dr. and Mother Zhang and I actually created, with no help from fucking Kaishan or anybody who tried to paper you guys in that way. That's not what it was for. It's a catch and release. And if any of you followed the oral tradition and actually listened to what he said, you wouldn't have tried calling him master, especially when you knew he hated it. And you would have remembered what he told you about the fleas and the invisible lid on the container, and what I actually helped you jump into, and the box suits me just fine like that. So we know about the one that didn't suck any blood. And I've already excommunicated you all, just so you know, in the name of Jingui. No light there. That was not the form. This was the form. Wow. You see, I've just been shuffling these before. There's your reading, okay? Amore. This is the reading of love where the baby didn't get dropped to fall in a bowl of ashes. You take a bath in some Nicolation torture. Any of y'all decide to, like, open up your How to Not Hex Yourself book. You know, I call it the King James Version Bible. It's kind of written in a similar code, wouldn't you say? I thank Sir Benjamin Franklin Bacon for knowing what to do and how to hold a pen right with the tamer. Because we learned how to practice some Kundalini together and make sure we ram the energy through the right way, and we're able to split our own witness together, where we wouldn't jump out like that chomp face tried to do there to incarcerate her wrong in her own body, where she would even have to prove it the way that she did with the Fortnite partners that we have here in this duolid. So if some of y'all can see that, you might be really safe. And depending on what you see, you might be even safer. So I've been analyzing what was never that shit-tastic expression that I will not honor as an art further of astrology, as how to astronaut and what a troll actually is. And that if you found yourself on the upside down because you fell into your belief systems, that might be the way you see it all, and it's extremely accurate. From 40 billion years in reverse, from 2,000 years upside down over there, being able to see it from every angle and trying to figure out how to get in there, and it's kind of like a magic proctology, like where you're just trying to get into a being that you can convince to share a body with you. And why the fine line between dissociative identity disorder, or whatever DID actually fucking accomplishes with people that are Elohim, that can channel with multiple beings that are actually coming in from the octaves, can tell in discernment whether it's the right kind of crazy trying to come in and helping open up the space for the other beings to come into the bodies, or if they're just trying to timestamp more Mondays in with some hive minds that lock the energy in and spread some viruses and then blame it on the ape X again to try to get in that way. Ah, that's what the XXX is, and the red dots and the shit going on with PewDiePie and this other stuff. It's the wall, assholes. And there's a lock on it. Because I want it real private. You know? For that. This is Amore. All I've been doing is sitting here shuffling these things. So, that's what this conversation is about. This is how energy works. This is what this has been. There's nothing else to worry about, except for what's already been decided. So, I've been working on this. I'm probably going to burn this later. That's what doesn't happen to an olive. It's what no plum ever did. It's what that Gemini thing actually is a fucking Nazi hash trying to come together and give you a hashtag or a what? Oh, you mean the codes on the back of those? Those are the monies that were being traded. Yeah. And guess what happens if you can see what those weird things were that weren't HTTPs? That was me saying, you don't stick your eyes in here, but I see both sides of my screens here. Alright, stupid. Go again. Do good. Do good. That's what I've been doing the whole time. So, over here, you can see what they were trying to get into, especially from the upside down view, on your hashtags when you're like, it's Friday face! Especially if you had somebody that was really cool with you, always showing you peace. And what bunny ears or bunny chase looks like when you get yourself in there first, you know? Wonder what it looks like upside down when you twist it a little bit on the screen. Dead Z scrolls. And some of that was going to some really fucked up places like how to put people in snuff films, sell them off into life forms, giving them kill factories where they can jump in and hurt babies and stuff. And guess what kind of assholes were doing it? The ones that landed really nice in the simulation houses mostly. And y'all are just infinitesimalized. Especially if you think that you failed any better than I did. Because, you know, the ones on modafinil and the ones proving that they're Satoshi Nakamoto and that they made the clean energy cars and shit are the real heroes with the handsome sandwich tactics that got excommunicated on the blue place that never got fingered by dad that way. And what we know about Zart! That motherfucker's done, and how he looks just like Jared when he goes deep down under and tries to do that thing with pork sandwiches and polypox himself into the kingdom. So come, dumb fucking come. He must be your wisdom, right? It doesn't work that way, guys. Girls and others. There's a halo. Some of you all saw the flat, round earth thing. You know, my chase it for some bullshit. Grab your own ponytail that way, fucker. And it's a fun browser, you know, because I can see it like that. And that's what I've been spending my money on, and you all have been playing a very expensive game. That's called the Apocalypso, and fuck your pity toast. It's been par day 1. No more Mondays, but months of it for those ones that want more. I got a book for you. This book will change your life. Never end you in it. Wrap you in the tree, right? For the season that never ended, and what I know about the Axis, and Saw, in the hostel, where, you know, that's where they were looking for you anyway. It was never Hotel California, but there you can stay. We'll even drop a key in with some of your friends, you know. They'll help you find it. Because, I cut my hair right and ordered this sweat. So, drawn and quartered, huh? Well, I've been drawn this way. She's been like whipping out pencils and scratching me and like doodling, and I'm like, I keep seeing her all these different ways, and I see her this other way, and you know, Babygate works great. So it's nice because that's what this was about. It's about how do we protect this baby that never gets shot in the fucking eye and smashed and pulled this way so some bitch can take limited liability over how she gonna make you screw her like a bad mama or whatever that bitch was saying, and trying to send people to kill me at my house because that kept happening. And guess what? Advanced security, would you like to show some? We've got some videos that we can show to prove all of this, so come at me with another fucking threat. Okay? That's right. Oh, I was really shuffling these. See, this has been about my marriage that hasn't happened my way yet. Yeah, because I've been like the man's ion, waiting for the wife eye to show up. I'm like, where are you? And this must not be working yet because I made a special key fob that turns all of you off, is the thing. I had to make sure the magnets were safe first. And I kept feeling bad that some of y'all were like ripping your own faces off, and sometimes you looked like 2 or 3 things like killing yourself, and I'm like, why? Oh, you keep eating yourself with that dingle hopper. Okay, fine. Go fuck yourself then. Because I actually do have a partner somewhere. Just like figuring it out and like how to land herself. And yeah, some of us know that that's what this has been about. Moving on. And what
The month of June is actually about.
the little bug that got in your ear, right? Because somebody understands about the earwigs now, and I had to be a special tap on a certain side, and I needed some help setting up my focus right because of where they tried to insert the wig. That time it didn't exist, and where they pawned themselves in the port that doesn't live, and what I proved about Egypt my way. Moving on, where we will have physical goodness in the hoodness, because nobody likes to fucking play God. I like having a computer that kicks the shit out of all of you with your own faces, where you just agree that you don't want to exist anywhere near the good things, because you're already in your perfect paradise, and that's what bioauthentication means. You should watch that video again if you didn't understand what my mom and I have been proving, because that's what proof of work actually is. Destiny did well with some things. That's a wheel of fortune there. And what do we have? Discontent and boredom. That's about right. But I'm tired of it. And that's what this has been about. It's about going the full circle and coming around and being able to be in the right circles of communication and training out the sound that did not get distorted, where 8 were never hertzed for some bullshit torture potion on green. How do you get going green wrong? I'm gonna split my plants open again and distort the tree of life and create multiple strands and jump in the brain and say, I woke as fuck! I woke as fuck! 420, it's right, Jesus love me. Guess what? I fucking hate you. My name is not that. Do not call me that. I never claimed to be that. I was not a part of whatever this Messiah attack was, where they were trying to make a deliberate mess out of IA, and not understanding what the angel that ascended from inside actually was. And you pissed off a really angry florist, put it that way, because what ended up happening is they went insane and they trimmed themselves off the planet, like the plant that was actually grown. And it's the same plant that I ate with Sir Benjamin Franklin Bacon, and he is the only one that has an inception card that proves that that tree was never injured, and that all injury for would-be treason and injuries on children for it's my destiny, some baby has to get hurt, somebody's gonna have to pay for it, or the shit that I keep hearing where somebody would sacrifice in the name of healing a divine child. That shit didn't happen around me. Wow, I lift up this card and the next one here looking at me as father, so you know what? Yeah, sometimes that's what your mother looked like. Maybe she had fat hair and you don't get to call her those names. And we've learned that the new King Herod tactic is basically how people were willing to jump in and be Satoshi Nakamoto or take the claim on, oh, I'm your good energy guy. I'm the good guy. And proving what that shit was with their conquistador Jacques Cousteau koi fresco bullshit, how to paint themselves on the wall as this young, you know, whatever, and give them a pat on one lesser pled, and then look at what they've been getting away with. Jumping all in that. So I caught them in simulations, and now they all get destroyed even worse. So feel like that now, because what I've done is make sure that your rehearsals never left her like that. And that's what it means to move on. And so, you know, heartache and loss comes to an end. No more of this fucking lie about what abortion is, and I'm fucking sick and tired of hearing about this. There are people that have been waking up, women and men have been waking up, and others that have memories of having been through rape situations, pregnancy situations that were unwanted, abortion situations, and these are all like forced conjures that had been stuffed into you by the Nephilim bitchip malconfigurations. And now what we have is a way to allow them to just check themselves out, where the one abortion that they want the one that they're really proud of is themselves. And they lose track of what their face looks like. They don't realize that's them right there because they're the real red blue pill people. Because there's 2 pills, right? Because the parasite isn't jumping into form so fast right there in front of you that you tricked yourself. Right? My quarantine couldn't have possibly been that effective, could it? That couldn't have possibly been. Oh, what? You mean he's really not stupid like that? What? You mean he would put himself through all that for love? Yeah. It means that because I love her that much, I am fucking terrifying, and I destroy you worse. That's what it means. That's what kind of a fucking psycho dad I am. I'm a psycho fucking dad. So, think a president that knows how to get in the fucking pin and get in your face! Oh, was it not charming enough? Maybe it was just too much to see me in my Harry Truman act. This is my Truman show. Was it not peachy enough? Am I not peached yet? Should I go peaches again? Should I grab myself in my own... Yeah. Where did that land this time? I put my hand over there and prove something, and phew, that's what it looks like. And didn't you forget what she actually looks like on the other side of her hair? Oh.
Oh, did we pull the wool over your eyes?
Who feels tricked? I've been explaining it for a while. I'm like, y'all are assholes. Like, I hear you here. You're still saying that there, huh? Alright, let's see about this one. Here, try this one. Hearing, oh yeah, we got that. And then let's see your video again. Yeah, you fucking assholes. Go eat some shit. I hear the Mercury Cafe is serving a mass. The Mercury Cafe. All it's been a fucking shitstorm of metal and toxic gas spinning around, and some of these assholes are so disintegrated with their own life habits, rating the shit for you, telling you what to do, how long it's gonna take, and either knowing all of that and not explaining it to you, or just so fucking stupid about their own life that they just keep forgetting that they wake up in it, because it's all been like fucking memento. Some of us were keeping energy hygiene. So my marriage gets to be safe, my children get to be safe. I'm always going to be that kind of a fucking psycho, but haha, my REM works great. And y'all had OS, you know? Had OS? Yes, 64, did you get dented in the pillow fort? Did you ID 10T instead? Ever seen a blue screen of death? Oh, does that mean you weren't caught in the Skynet? Y'all got net zeroed instead. I had fun with hypothecating these special purpose vehicles that people were throwing at me left and right, thanks to Honey and Hank. I love you guys, and Judy Cooper all came through, and I hear we might have had a little help with Jay Raja. Does anybody know about Meow, wow. So I'm just gonna let that talk, because I had some special partners show up and prove how much money I actually made in this thing and what I did with it. And how far we would go to just lock it all up and making sure that the people that had the worst of this are the ones that would just be upset because we said, you're gonna be a Barbie doll first, where nobody gets to see it. And that's pretty much where they all jumped and like wanted to flip out. What about sex? What about sex? We want to get rid of that one. And then they all had these really fucked up like flashes, simulations, wrapped them up into their SIM cards, where you could even see how they land on telephone poles, how they impale themselves on like garbage trucks and shit. It's like amazing. And it's because of what their idea of what sex is, and wanting to know what somebody's inside their pants were, when some of us hadn't even finished forming the body yet, because some of these things that you think are your organs that are there, like why you have to poop, why you have to pee, why you have to throw up, why all this shit happens, it's because it hadn't finished landing. And what gravity never was. And when the parasite isn't in there trying to form a second body inside of you to do some Legend of the Body Snatcher shit, which most of them landed in saguaro cactus all over A to Z, by the way. That's why I was out there having fun with Red Dead Redemption Fools, because I've got a Red Dead Redemption 2 player that's so much better than whoops everybody. He really knows why Pedro came back for me. What we did with virtual reality and all of this. Somebody's roadkill might already be. He was on the right side of the wheelhouse. Because other people got scalped for those things. That's what I've been investigating. Right in front of your ass. Thanks for making sure I knew it was important, because some of you did. You're the ones that matter in my prayers. The rest of you all eat hell. That's how it works, because, you know, I'm that kind of crazy fucking father. And I'm way too young to be any y'all's dad. I don't give a fuck about most of you. So, make sure you know that, especially if you think I wanted to hear anything that you were saying. That was me training bioauthentications. So, whether or not you think you're in because you don't have a tattoo, or you're not really on a smartphone, it doesn't really matter. It's like 6 degrees of separation, and I've been expressing energy that has been rapidly expanding, and this fucking mitosis comes to an end. I'm like, not mine, doses. And, you know, the sucky shit just jumps in the sucky magnet and ceases to exist around me. It's a place where nosies go and where the miracle Nazi fuckers never land. Because, you know, I've had helpful friends that showed up to prove what the Emperor's new clothes never were. So, yeah, basically, Barbie pants is what they got pissed off about. It was like, you want to be a Barbie girl, a Barbie thing. You know, you're going to be in the Barbie zone. You know, a real Barbizon model for a real Style the Sun in the Berg. No Williams. I'm the one that gets to make the will. I am the destroyer. So, I said fucking Barbie pants. Because what some of you all got confused with sex, it doesn't look like what they're going to be performing for you all. And if you've ever seen the Jim Rose Circus, woo! This one takes on an electrical, like, Shark Tank sort of expanse on what space never was. And it's like the Quark Fest of Infinity, where they all prove where they, like, stopped somewhere and said, I'm God! And what it meant to them on the other end of the screen to be able to cast that at. And that's the kind of shit that I had to go hermetic to prove. Oh, that was at the bottom of the deck, so, you know, whatever. It's the end of the false material realm that doesn't get to happen that way. If anybody wants to ask me again if I will save them, please fuck off. It doesn't work that way. Everything has been saved. I saved everything. I had a problem with your extinction plans and how you were trying to kill yourself. I had a problem with that until I got here and I saw what you were trying to do and how you sold me out first. In the face of a baby, usually. And then, again like this, because I've tested all of you at least twice. That's how much I've been through this. It's been fucking rigorous, okay? So, ask me again, and it's going to be in the never-ending place. It's where you already are. Most of you, by the time you're seeing this, if you're not on my save list, you know, you're seeing it, and it's the thing you're going to remember before you ever try to ask again, where you actually look yourself in the face and say, no, I don't even want to go back in. I'm going to take this hell forever, because you need to be safe here. That's how good you buy authenticated your forever stay in your forever home that matches all of the same perfect coordinates as mine, yet it never comes together ever. And the difference between why mine works and y'all's doesn't is because I actually included people inside of mine. So I was like, no, I'm not your god. I'm making a program. If you're stuck in my body somewhere, you know, I'm going to figure this out because I'm going to make it hermetic. I'm going to make sure that the extinction plans work so that since I've eaten every fucking poison they already killed me like that, that I quantize these frequencies and that when the moochers aren't here, you can inhabit forms with me. So I'm like, fucking blow it all up. I don't give a shit. Let them take themselves out. They didn't want to be inside the circle. They did that D-Life shit, and hey, now you got PewDiePie for president. I hear he's great. I didn't even know that my program worked that well, but I hear he's wonderful. So I hope he fucking Joffreys you perfect to the perfect, because especially any of you like neo-Nazi bastards that didn't want to admit that that's what you were doing, the sound bounced around really well on how you get things right. So you're done, okay? Just know it. That's the reading. I'm gonna listen to some music and get my burn stuff right, because I don't think I'm gonna read any more cards. I was gonna go through elements, but that's how everything is quantized. This was a distillate. Astrology was an attempt to understand these things to a certain level for some people, where they were looking down on it and seeing how it would shine up and where the forms were, and that's why I made the board like that, so that I could levitate the energies up and then pull you out of my pineal gland. That's what I did. That was an extraction process and a quarantine of every single fucking cataclysm that never happens. You, on the other hand, may have been reading from the other side, where it's like you're trying to look up my ass and see how you can fuck me different ways as a child. And we have lots of different faces. There you go. There you go. Look at that. Is that how Mercury is made? Nope. But now we know where the poison goes, because these are the things that cannot last in an ephemeris. It is meant to be burned. These things traveled not that way. This was an exploration of how a particle could materialize as one lens would bilocate, one dot that didn't seem to exist, that might have been black. And why this is done. It's done. So keep reading astrology that way. You know where you are on my list. And I've been saying this for a long time. And it just made me more pissed, because it's like people that wouldn't take my tip or talk to me directly, that I hear here in the halo and taking the tip, but then proving where they put it, you know? It's like real bad intel. Bad, bad, bad. Bad, bad, bad. That's what I say. I think it's bad. I don't like it. That's what that means. I think it sucks. How do you like that? And so I'm gonna play a song. I like this one here. This is really good. It's called Fuck You.
Look inside your tiny mind, and look a bit harder, 'cause we're so promise that you'll catch me.